Hello, Xylophoney here, and welcome to another episode. No! Oh, he's okay. He's okay. Welcome to another episode of How to Pixelmon, your instructional Pixelmon guide. Now today, as you can see, we got Sneasels and Weaviles with us. Now with the new updates into Pixelmon, a lot of people were talking about how good this guy is. And I was looking him up. Stats are amazing. He got great speed, great physical attack. Everything looks good. He's a pretty good Pokemon. But he's a little disappointing, and what's disappointing about him is the moves he can learn and his moveset. Now, obviously, whenever there's a new Pixelmon added into the mod, it gets hyped up a little bit more than it should, and that's understandable. It's still, a pretty good addition to the mod, but I was really hoping for more. Anyway, it can still be a good Pokemon, so let's go over how we can make that happen. When it comes to Sneasel and Weavile, you gotta evolve it with the Razor Claw right here, and it'll evolve a Sneasel into a Weavile. So there you go. When it comes down to the moveset, there's a big dilemma that you have to worry about. At level 35, at level 35, Weavile learns the move Night Slash, which is at only 70 power the strongest move this Pokemon will be able to learn. But Sneasel at 47 learns Ice Shard, which, it's a fast Pokemon. You don't necessarily need Ice Shard, you don't need priority, but it's the only physical ice move it learns. So there's the dilemma. It learns one not so good ice move and one decent dark move, but it can't learn both of them. So when it comes down to using a Weavile, you have to decide what is more important to your team, using a dark move or using an ice move. I like how I had it set up with the floor there. Anyway, so that's what's important here. Anyway, let's take a quick break from that. Look at the shinies. Turns into a nice pink and yellow look, which if you like that kind of thing, looks pretty good. Of course, the normal form looks pretty good as well. I think I got an enormous one right here, an enormous Sneasel. And yep. But yeah, that's the thing. The moves, Ice Shard, is very important if you want the ice. But what I would probably do is focus on the dark aspect of it and go the direction of Night Slash. Now, there is a way to get both of them, but this will include breeding for egg moves. Now, if you do breed for the egg moves, you can, in fact, get Ice Shard set as an egg move, and then just evolve the Weavile early on when it already has, or rather evolve the Sneasel into Weavile early on while it already has Ice Shard, and you should be fine. You'll be able to have both moves. So if you would like to do that, which if you are into breeding I would definitely suggest, go for it. But just in case you're not, we have a contingency plan here. There's a lot of TMs that I can learn. Now looking at these TMs, these are probably the main ones you're going to want to put on it: Low Sweep or Brick Break, Aerial Ace, Giga Impact, X Scissor, and Poison Jab. Some decent physical moves, but when it comes down to physical moves, no Earthquake, no Stone Edge. The thing about Weavile is he can't really learn some of the strongest moves. He has great attack and great speed stats, but the moveset is once again where it really comes down to hurt him. Now, when you're training a Weavile, I'm sorry I don't have a board up today, but I'm thinking, I don't know if it's fully necessary anymore, because we're literally just saying a couple natures and then moving on. And plus you can just look at the natures of the Pixelmon in the game now, so you don't really need me to tell you what they all do. But if you want the board to come back, let me know for sure. Anyway, you want something with speed or physical attack, really, so obviously I'd say a Jolly nature would be best to emphasize on that speed, or an Adamant nature would emphasize on the attack. Stuff such as that would work fine. Did you just phase through that wall? You're a wizard. Anyway, getting mildly distracted this episode. But yeah, when it comes down to a moveset, what I would probably do is have the Night Slash on him, Ice Shard if I can, but then I would definitely go for a fighting move and a flying move. The reason is the main weakness Weavile is going to have is going to be fighting Pokemon. It's 4 times effective. Any fighting Pokemon that hits a Weavile is going to kill it in one shot. So you can go ahead and teach it a fighting move such as Low Sweep here, which will also lower the speed stat if you get into a tight spot. And there you go, you can counter that. And to counter the fighting, you're going to want to use Aerial Ace. Flying move, 60 damage, decent. But the fighting move will be to counter the rock and steel stuff that is going to be good against a Weavile. And also flying will counter bugs, so pretty much with those you have most of the counters you need covered. So it's very good to have those two moves as your TMs, or any fighting and flying move as your TM. Then the fourth move really depends on if you did breed and get the Ice Shard or not. If you did, then go ahead, keep that Ice Shard. If you didn't, you have a decision between Giga Impact, Poison Jab, or X Scissor. You could also do Swords Dance, but Weavile is not a tanky Pokemon, so don't expect to survive more than one idle turn. So, we have Giga Impact here, which is probably going to be the strongest damaging move. This is probably the way I would go. It's definitely the highest damage a Weavile can do. Even with a stab, Night Slash isn't going to be as much damage as Giga Impact, so it's definitely worth having for that. But if your team needs a poison move or a bug move, then it would definitely be worth having on your Weavile. So definitely good to consider. Now, as we said, it's a very fast, very strong physical attacker, but it doesn't have great moves. To make up for that, the items I would suggest on him would definitely be Life Orb and Choice Band. Sometimes you want other items to help with the versatility, but with a Weavile you really would just want to maximize that damage so you can actually be able to 1 and 2 hit your opponents. So Choice Band obviously is going to lock you in but do more damage. Life Orb is going to damage you while being able to deal more damage. I'd probably prefer the Life Orb so I can use a little bit of that versatility if they switch out or something like that, but the choice is yours. So I'd probably just go with Life Orb and have a moveset similar to this with a, not a Brave certainly, but a Jolly Nature, and that would be my personal best Weavile. Obviously, if you can get an Ice move on it through breeding, go ahead and do that. If you prefer to keep the Ice move instead of the Dark move, you can go ahead and use any Dark TM on it. As you see here on the Sneasel, has the Payback and Punishment. Either of those will be alright. Punishment can be good to get you out of certain situations, so of course just level the Sneasel up and then evolve it, and then go ahead and put the Aerial Ace and the Brick Break on it, and then you should be okay. Weavile can definitely be a decent Pokemon. If you like it, definitely use it. It's all about liking the Pokemon that you're using, and it's pretty cool. Really, you're turning your back on me? You won't though. You won't. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode of How to Pixelmon. If you have enjoyed it, definitely leave a like. Let me know what other Pixelmon you would like me to see, because there are definitely plenty more that were added that I may be able to help you out with. Leave those in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.